I see more comments about how incredible all of these events that you run are than anything else that I've seen. I mean, it's incredible. You know, it's just people come off of your events with a kind of a high. They're just really excited. It gets them engaged. How do you do that? I mean, I think we're all trying to pivot to these virtual events. And we know that when you're in person, there's a certain engagement that just happens by being in the room. When you're online, that's not true. And the other thing I think related that I want you to just to talk about is you're not using any like fancy, super expensive technology thing, you know, because I think that's where everybody goes first, right? Is like, oh, I got to pay this, you know, $50,000 thing to get this, you know, technology that's going to create engagement and blah, blah, blah. You don't do any of that. So, but you create that engagement. So how do you do that? How does that work? And, you know, and what does everybody need to know about that?
So for me, it's all about starting with the attendee. What experience do you want them to have and what do you want them to take away? And honestly, for an event, it's the content. And you're right, you know, when people are moving to virtual, especially these big organizations that have a bit of budget to spare, they are like, oh, look at this big shiny platform that costs thousands of pounds. It must be great. But actually, that's just making you don't need all of that. It's all about like this human connection. So our tech stack is like a combination of 4 or 5 different plugins that we currently use that we run through, and ultimately it goes to our site. And what we work with people on is making sure that they have pre-recorded content. I've seen that you're a big advocate of that. 100% have pre-recorded content for your event because it just makes it go smooth. But with pre-recorded content, you can do something that you can't do with normal events, which is you can view it and go, right, okay, so these sessions need to go here. This is how we can literally take an attendee on a journey through our event. You know, here's a really energetic session, and now we're going to hit you with a storytelling one. And we combine all of that with live hosting that ties everything together, you know, exactly what you were doing at the beginning, you know, referencing people. So, you know, hi, Shari, hi, Emily, like that kind of thing, you know, bringing them into the live show. And we have a variety of lengths of sessions that we run on our events as well. So, you know, we have these power sessions, which are literally 15 minutes, straight to the point. It really leaves the audience wanting more. And we see that people are saying, oh, that was great. You know, I want to learn more. Where can I find out about that? And the thing with your virtual event is that, yes, that's your afternoon or your day. But what you really want to do is make sure that you've got a call to action for something to do afterwards. And what we love to do is create this community that jumps from the conference onto, you know, like a roundtable session or a Q&A, and people come with us on that. You know, they really feel part of it. And we have like text chat boxes on our site as well. We have video networking rooms, so people can really connect with each other as they would at a physical event. And I think all of those little touches, like you say, can be done using existing tools. You know, you can have a breakout room in Zoom if you wanted to, you know, you can just chat with people on the side. It's just about bringing them all together. It doesn't have to cost thousands of dollars.
So if somebody's in one of your events, they're watching a stream of content which has breaks in it with a live host, and then there's chat, and then you can take them to some kind of room from there. Does that mean they go somewhere else? They leave your page, or you know, is that something you weave directly into that flow?
So it's built into our site, Everywhere Plus. So on an event page, you'll have like the video, which is autoplay. It has subtitles. It's got the text chat box. And then depending on what the user wants, they can have video networking rooms. And they can be switched on and off at various points. If you don't want people going into the networking room straight away, you know, we can turn that link off until it's ready. So, you know, we work within the program because we understand that if you send people to that networking room, you're probably going to lose them on the way back. So, you know, try and do it at the end of the day, or, you know, during lunchtime where there's a big chunk of time. And if you do use networking rooms as well, like have a host who can talk about a specific topic. It's really hard to get people to go into video networking rooms because it's quite nerve-wracking, isn't it? You know what you're going to expect. So yeah, we do all of that as well. And it just, if as a user, and again, you know, all it is just a button with a link, you know, going off to the site, but it just feels really slick and like, wow, what's happening? But it is just very simple to to do.
Yeah. So it's really about that user experience more than it is about tech. And it sounds like it's like, let's map the user experience and then decide what kind of tools that we can use for that without having the tools be the thing that's kind of dragging us, into something.
Exactly. I think with the internet and virtual events, the possibilities are endless, and we try and rein people back in, because we've had people saying, oh, we want 3 days and 7 tracks and we want these breakout rooms. And it's like, as a user, that's going to be so confusing and so overwhelming. And we overestimate users' confidence with virtual. This is a new world for a lot of people. So just keep it simple, keep it slick, and honestly, go for content over like razzle dazzle. It's all about having that opportunity to engage with people, and you can do that through the methods I've talked about already.